nation! No donation, no salvation!
And remember, respect is everything.
Okay, we are back again, and today we're going to look at a different character that I never thought I would ever come back to, but for some weird reason he's piqued my interest, so we're going to go ahead and look at him. Here's Breakaway, inspired by the Revenge of the Fallen version. Anyway, here's his blaster, so that's nice. I guess for size reference, well, here's a minifigure. I'd say that's about accurate for a fighter jet. I don't know. Let's get him out of here. For, I guess, a more reasonable comparison, here's Cliff Jumper. Anyway. There's really not much to say about him in terms of jet mode. It's more just, you know, he's a thing. But, I don't know. I like him. He's a very weird figure, and you'll see why when we get to transformation. But, speaking of transformation, let's get to it. Alright. What we're going to want to do is we're going to start with the legs. Now, when I built this figure originally, I didn't really have much plans for him as a character in my story. But, I don't know. The more I've messed around with him, the more I've begun to like him. So, I may give him a bigger role in my story at some point. It's all a matter of what I decide to do with him. Oh, here's Girl mode, for anybody interested in that. Next, I'm going to pull his arms down, rotate those missile pods. They're probably going to pop off. No, they did not. Fold his fingers out. So yeah, he's definitely got a different style of transformation, and you'll see why in a bit. Rotate his missile pods out again. The missile pods aren't really necessary. I just kind of threw them in just because I thought they looked cool. And then next, we're going to pull his head out. And then we're going to take these and collapse the chest in like this. Straighten him out. Let's give him his gun. If I can get it in his hand. Come on. Go ahead and close his fingers around it. Oh, there goes that missile pod. I had a feeling it would come off eventually. But yeah, there he is. Let's get some height on this. But yeah, there's Breakaway in his little robot mode. In regards to the actual Breakaway figure from Revenge of the Fallen, there was also variations of it. There was 3 versions of the mold that I'm aware of. There was Breakaway, then there was the darker version, and then there was also the thrust repaint. But I kind of like the light version, even though it looks the most off. Like, I know a lot of people prefer the darker version, but I kind of prefer the original release of the figure. But I will be owning soon the darker version, though, because it was the only one I could get a hold of for a reasonable price. But I'll do a comparison and update on that on a later note. Maybe I'll include him in the next haul video. He's a weird one, but I kind of like him because of how weird he looks. I don't know. I just... Okay, yeah, there's all this hanging off the back, but you know what? It is what it is. His head... Now this is where things get interesting. His head, I modeled it after a flight helmet. So, well, there's that. Thought it was kind of cool. And yes, his head is also the cockpit of the jet. But you know what? That's just making the best of... I don't know, I wouldn't really call it a bad situation, it's just how it is. So yeah, this is a relatively short video, but I mean, he's not really a major character in my story, or really in anything, really. I know he was an IDW, but, I mean, that's about it. But, I mean, he's a cool little dude. I don't know. I like him because of his weirdness. And I'm very happy I built him. I also got to use all this tan finally. And all this brown. I don't know. I like it. I like it because of its weirdness. Okay, a quick update. I ended up updating his shoulders with a different type of ball joint because the ones he had before were these ones. And it wasn't helping with his articulation because his arms are facing forward. So naturally it would be like this. So I swapped him out with this one because it gives him more articulation on his elbows. So there's the comparison on that. So now he has more functional elbows, but aside from that, not much else has changed. So just throwing this in post-production because why not? Alright, well, you all have a good one.
Hallelujah! Another soul saved!